UK drill legend Headie One recently dropped his new single Mountain Sofa, and it's some of his hardest work yet. Everything from the beat, the bars, the video, the marketing campaign was crazy. This guy was teasing the track for months and just built up a ton of hype, so it got me wanting to show you how to make something similar. M1OnTheBeat produced it, so shout out to him, and I found the original sample, so I want to show you that first and then we'll cook up something similar. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so you probably heard the track. Crazy visuals, beat and everything. So first it was sampled 8 years ago in this song by Flatbush Zombies. Easily the hardest song. But the original sample comes from this video here. Vocals are insane. So for the beat I'm making, I don't want to just use that sample because it's going to end up sounding the same. So I've done some digging and I found this sample here. I think the vocals are sick, so I just want to loop that one section. I've just brought it into FL. I've got the BPM set to 143, and like I said, I just want to take the vocal and loop it. Definitely needs some cleaning up though. I'm going to change the pitch at some point too, but I want to clean it up first. So I've just added X noise 2 to cut out some of the background noise, an EQ to duck some harsh frequencies, compressor to tame the peaks, an EQ to tame more of the low mids, fresh air to bring out some high end, an imager to widen it, and then just some reverb. So now we've gone from this to this, and this will sit in the mix way more. I want to pitch it up quite high too, so we'll try a 6. I like that. See how high we can push it. Quite like it on 10. I'm gonna run with that for now. So I've just rendered the vocal. I think it sounded sick, but it's going to sound way too bare by itself. So I'm going to add in maybe a pad or some keys underneath it. I think I'm going to take it old school drill for this one and pull up a Nexus piano. I'm just going to match the vocal for now. But on the piano, we're definitely going to need some halftime. So I'm just adding standard drill chords, missing out the middle note, but then I've got it up here. Just get some bass notes in as well and copy those down. Just needs more mixing. So yeah, for the mixing, I've just got one halftime on and an EQ to cut out a lot of the lows and highs, and then I'm just dipping the low mids a bit. Then I'm using another EQ just to take out some harsh frequencies. And also for the chords, I just want to strum them a bit and then just randomize the velocity. And I use this technique a lot, but I'm going to render the piano. I'm also going to reverse it, just bring that back in time. I'm going to chop it by bars and then just rearrange it so the progression is the same. I'm also going to pitch it up an octave, send that to an empty bus, and then I'm going to filter it out. I'm not actually feeling it in this one, you know, unless I took the piano out. Sounds alright there, you know. I could maybe alternate between them. One more thing I want to add is some kind of pad. But in this one, I'll take out the count melody. And then we'll just bring these back too. Like this one here. It sounds kind of hard. And then I've just copied the piano. And I'm just going to take the bass notes. Alright, and I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. Mountain Sofa is pretty simple. I want this one to be kind of simple too, so I'm going to add in the drums. And then for the counter snare, I think it has to be this 421. I'm just going to tighten it a bit. Okay, we'll just copy that out. I think the pattern needs to be kind of simple for this too. And then just a couple more at the end. And then for the snare, I'm working on a huge bundle right now, so I might use one of these. Maybe that one. Might even tighten that too. Let's add a couple more. And then all these sounds up here, these are just in my template. These are my go-to sounds. So obviously I've changed it for this one, but I do want to use the rider 808, which is in my grease kit. Maybe split that there. And then some slides at the end here. We could just have 2 slides going up an octave, and then we'll just fade it out. And then right at the end, we'll have like 6 slides. Bring these up too. Yeah, sounded crazy. Alright, we'll get some perks in as well. We'll go for something like this time on. We'll see what a slide sounds like in this one as well. You never know. Sounds kind of hard. Then we'll have to add a stomp in this one too. We'll just get maybe one more perk in. Maybe just that. So I'm gonna split this pattern real quick and we'll do a quick arrangement. So yeah, obviously I don't want everything playing together all the way through. We could start off with something like the vocal, and then we'll add a sub bass too. And I think it has to be the growling moo bass in Omnisphere. This is the hardest sub bass. So yeah, Mountain Sofa, M1's done a similar bass to this, but I don't want to copy it completely. I'm just getting some inspiration. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then in this section, we'll bring the counter snares and the snaring, and then we'll add love filter. We'll bring the resonance down. Actually, we'll add that to the intro. I'm also going to take those pianos out the intro, introduce the counter snare here. And then yeah, this bit stands out a bit more now. Maybe I'll just keep the intro short, bring the 808 in here, and then we'll cut out the first few. Bring in the piano as well. Sounding hard. And then yeah, these perks can come in with the pad too. And then just for the drop, doesn't need one, but I feel like I have to add a drum fill. Of course, we need my signature sound. And then yeah, so this section could pretty much have everything. And then when it gets to the verse, we could take the vocal out, maybe even the pad too. So yeah, I'm just taking a few drums out and I've pitched the pad down an octave. Gives it a nice breakdown. Then I also need to switch up the 808s too, just to make them a bit more interesting. Alright, so I've just added the second 808, and then it just changes a bit here. And then I've just simplified it in this section. Okay, and then in this section, we'll just bring the pad in. And then maybe for the vocal, we could bring that down an octave. Let's try with the pad out. Or we could try Stretch Pro and bring the format down. Yeah, that was better. Alright, from here, I'll take the bridge over again, and then maybe keep this in. And we'll get the drum fill too. Alright, let's hear it from the beginning. So the intro is really simple. Literally just the vocal, the sub bass, and then I start bringing in the drums just before the hook. But this beat came out crazy. Then we've got the new 808 pattern and the pad. And then for the start of the verse, I took the vocal out. And then in this section here, I brought the vocals back in, but with the format down, just to give it a different tone.